Hello, good evening, and welcome to Intuitive Play. As you're joining me, please come and say hello and introduce yourself and where you're joining from. And then also when we're drawing the cards, please let me know what cards you picked. So yeah, this is going to be a really beautiful evening. I chose a different deck that I have never shown before here, but I've been using it for quite a while now, for actually several years. And I usually use it when I teach Reiki Master, and they're the Master cards. They're actually German cards. So I hope you like them. And again, as you're coming in, please say hello. So just a quick introduction. My name is Silke, and I'm an energy healer, artist, spiritual teacher, and so on. And really at this point, my main goal is to empower women and to help them on their path of self-discovery. So I would say, I was just kind of thinking of that recently, if anyone is looking for a guru, then I'm not it. But if anyone is looking like for a guide on your own path of growing, if you're the type of woman who is there to make a difference in your own world and is already doing that in a really beautiful way, then I am here to help you, really step into your full power if you're looking for any kind of guidance along the way, or really to help empower you. And so, yeah, that's kind of my main mission at this point, is just really to bring more light, bring more beauty into the world. And I see we have several people on, so please come and say hello as you're joining me. And then also, if you're joining from my Silke's Art community, please come over to my Silke's Art page. And if you're joining and seeing me live on my personal page, again, come over to Silke's Art so you can come and say hi, so I can chat with you and see your comments, because they won't show up otherwise. So I went ahead and shared this. Hi, Lindy, welcome. So I went ahead and shared this on several pages, so I might pop up here or there. And if so, again, come join me here on my Silke's Art. And then please go ahead and take a minute, and even if you're watching the replay later, please go ahead and share this as well, because whenever you share and then you post on my post in my Silke's Art community that you shared, then you automatically enter the drawing for a 30-minute reading with me. So without any longer speeches or without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and get started tonight with our intuitive play. So as I mentioned before, the card deck that I'm using tonight is called the grossen Meister Karten, and it's the Great Master card. So it's a card deck of ascended masters, and it's a really beautiful deck. And like I said, I enjoy using it very much. So Lindy, what card did you pick tonight? I'm curious to find out. And so we're going to go ahead and get started with the first one. So card number 1 is Vertrauen, which is trust. And the ascended master that is assigned to this card is El Moria. And El Moria is the great spiritual hierarch. He is part of he's actually the leader of the Brotherhood of the Diamond Heart. And he's also responsible and holds the energy of the first ray. And there are 7 rays total that we are set to come in when we come into this world. All of them cool. So as we're coming into our physical reality, we choose like a different path of how we travel, on what wave and what ray we come into this world. And so El Moria holds that energy for that first wave. And it's very much about the blue energy, also connected to the throat chakra. So if you were to choose a crystal, for example, as far as, trying to invoke more trust, and I'll get to it here in a minute as far as the representation of the card, but just to give you a little bit of a background, well, if you chose card number 1, then what might be really helpful for you is blue energy in general. Oh, hi, Britt, welcome. And Britt said she chose card number 1. Where are you joining us from, Britt? Please go ahead and let us know. And so yeah, card number 1, that bluish energy. So again, throat chakra. So I'm wearing blue, obviously. And what's really beneficial is if you're wearing, for example, lapis lazuli, also blue lace agate would be a really great one as well. azurite, which is part of what I wear. This one here is a malachite azurite mix, and I also do have some lapis lazuli here as well, and some sodalite on this as well. So all blue energy is going to be really beneficial for you, and anything, from Florida, cool. So any bluish tints, bluish energy, embracing blue, allowing blue into you, even, just looking at the sky is going to be something really great for you if you feel that you need a little bit more energy connected to El Moria. And also, so this here, let me go ahead and hold this up for another second. So again, in German, it's called Vertrauen, but it's all about trust, the trust that we have, not only in, the energies that are here to guide us. Oh, you're a friend of Belinda's, cool. And so not only the energies that are here to guide us, but then also that trust in our own connection, and trusting ourselves and trusting that we know our own guidance and we know our own strength and we know our own power. So it's very much about trust in our own self-reliance. And also in the certainty as well, in the certainty of our connection, to that I am source, to all that is, to God, to source, whatever, you choose to call that divine force. And it's also about, so the trust also has to do with courage as well. Sometimes, for us to really step up, if we're not sure in situations. So maybe if you're facing a situation where, it's a big deal and you're kind of worried as far as the outcome, or you're not quite sure if you can really step up to that. So maybe if you chose this card, then this card is there to let you know that absolutely, trust yourself and trust in that guidance, because it's showing up for you and you can absolutely do this as well. And so yes, if you chose card number 1, then look into that and see, how that's connected to you and why that is showing up for you. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and get into card number 2. And card number 2, let me go ahead and hold that up for you, is dedication. So she gave card number 2 the name dedication, but the energy of card number 2 is Kuan Yin. And Kuan Yin, of course, just embodies pure compassion. I mean, that is really what it's about. She is kind of that counterpart to the beautiful energy of Mary as well. So very much holds that same loving, motherly energy of compassion and the very feminine aspects of being connected and the beauty of the femininity and, letting go of any suffering and hardship and knowing that grace, that divine grace, that we're being held in that. And by the way, I want to say hi to Belinda. Hi, I'm so glad you're here. And so yeah, it's about releasing any tension, any suffering that we might be feeling, regardless of the situation. If you look at this, you see just that beautiful, let me see if it'll zoom in on this here. I think it is now. Let's see. Okay. Of releasing that and trusting, that the divine heart and that enlightenment are definitely there for us. And, embracing that compassion. So just like I had with the trust earlier here with El Moria, so it's kind of the same thing with Kuan Yin, where you want to go ahead and trust your own divinity and trust yourself, trust in that compassion that is there for you as well, forgiving yourself and kind of letting go and releasing. Hi, Susan. Welcome. And Susan says that she chose card number 2 as well. Yeah, so it's very much about compassion for yourself and about releasing any control, allowing things to flow naturally in your life, and being tolerant. And again, first of all, not just being tolerant toward others, but most of all, being tolerant toward ourselves, toward our own, faults, toward our own things where we feel like, we're not good enough, or we don't achieve things, or so, give yourself grace, because that's really what Kuan Yin offers for you, is just that beautiful grace that this beautiful Bodhisattva of compassion holds for you. And Mio, hi, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. And Mio, let me know what card you picked as well. And right now we're on card number 2. So we had El Moria and Kuan Yin. And El Moria was about trust and Kuan Yin about dedication, but again, also very much compassion. And by the way, if you want to tune into the energy of Kuan Yin some more, you can also use the mantra Om Mani Padme Hum, which is a mantra that's very much connected to that compassionate heart and that loving energy of Kuan Yin. So if you feel guided to that, if you picked card number 2, you may want to look up the mantra Om Mani Padme Hum. And now we're going to go ahead and get into card number 3. So if anyone has picked card number 3, please go ahead and let me know. I know Lindy was saying she picked all of them. And of course, they're all beautiful cards because they're all about the Ascended Masters. So you really can't go wrong with any of these cards tonight. Let me see. Okay, Britt, the Florida. And Belinda, oh my goodness. Oh, thank you. I so appreciate that, Britt. That is so sweet. Oh, I love it. Okay, so now card number 3 is Saint-Germain. And in English, of course, he would be pronounced Saint Germain. Let me see if I can get zoomed into this. So if you look at this here in German, it says Freiheit. And so Saint Germain, by the way, is part of so Belinda says she picked card number 3. So Saint Germain is the Ascended Master of the 7th ray. And the 7th ray is all about purple, that violet flame of transmutation. And he's very much about diplomacy as well and freedom. So it represents kind of that freedom and letting go and releasing any of the chains of that we restrict ourselves in. So if you want to look, there's also kind of like the bridge that is being built into different areas, into new ideas, different patterns for ourselves. And again, also that I am presence, very much stepping into that. And if you're in my Silke's Art community, in my Facebook group, and if you're not, then you should be. But if you're not in my Facebook group community, then Silke's Art community, then if you're in it, then you know that on Mondays, I always do magic and miracles. And, Saint Germain or Saint-Germain, very much holds that energy of that blue, of that violet flame of transformation, transmutation, of magic, of miracles, just kind of allowing to release any patterns and any limitations that we might feel and completely letting them go. Also about dissolving karma and karmic patterns, and not just karmic patterns, but also any patterns that we hold that are not healthy for us, and about any emotional entrapment that we might have, in situations where we might feel stuck in. So call upon Saint Germain to help you with letting go of any, worries that you might have, and send them into that violet fire, into that violet flame. Ask him to be there with that energy of transmuting it into lighter energies and asking for that guidance and for that help, because he's definitely the person, to go to as far as that guidance is concerned. And I'm going to just bring that up here one more time so you can see if you want to learn a little bit more about him. So yeah, letting go of that entrapment and helping you find your path. Debbie, hi, welcome. Oh, you are so welcome. You picked number 3. Awesome. I'm so glad that it's spot on. Well, it's your intuition. You're the one who chose it. So how perfect. And this is what I love about it, because, we're all on the same journey and all on that same path. We all have our intuition, and the more we practice this. So I'm so grateful for you all to practice this together with me, because it's always a continued growth and continued learning. And, it's so fun when we can share this together and do this together. So again, I'm appreciative as well for you all and your willingness to continue on this path of learning and growing all the time, and for you to play with me with your intuition. So So congratulations to you for being spot on. That is absolutely awesome. Oh, Heather, hi, welcome. Picked card number 2. Watch the replay. Yeah. So card number 2 was Kuan Yin, and it was about dedication. But Kuan Yin, of course, is about compassion. She is the Bodhisattva for compassion. And so yes, watch the replay. And by the way, here in a little bit in Beauty Flourishing, I'm going to get a little bit deeper into these cards as well, along with some other things that I wanted to teach you and share with you tonight. So this is going to be a lot of fun at 7 in our membership, and most of you are already members in Beauty Flourishing, which I'm so excited about. So this will be pretty awesome tonight. So I'm excited to be here with everyone right now, and then again I get to come on later at 7 in Beauty Flourishing. And so for me, honestly, Wednesday evenings, even though I have to get a little bit more fixed up than I might usually, but it's just so much fun, to play with you all and to hang out. So again, it's an honor for me to do that. So bringing it all together tonight. Okay, so we have trust here. We have dedication, and we have freedom. So all of these are very much connected. By the way, with Saint Germain, if you want to pick like a crystal, for example, you could pick, for example, let's see, what was I thinking now? Amethyst, for example, that would be a really good crystal because it has more of that violet in it. That would be a really great one. Well, I was thinking angelite or celestite would be really great as well. They're more in the bluish tones, but to me, they have that sense of transformation and transmutation in them as well. And of course, they have the angelic qualities. And so they're really beautiful as well because they do hold more of those lighter, higher vibrations, very much, for the higher chakras, which are really great for that as well. So just to give you some idea of what you might be able to use for these as well. And so how to bring this all together, obviously, it's always about us having that trust in ourselves and, with a compassionate heart for ourselves, and then also, for the situation and the people around us, and, coming from that space of being connected, and then also recognizing that we can let go and that we can give ourselves that freedom and send any worries that we might have, into that transmutative energy that Sao Shaman holds for us. And so very much again, then releasing and letting go. So most of all, again, it's always about, from the inside out, because everything else always around us is reflected from our inside externally. And so whatever shows up in our life, there's always something that mirrors it. And, if we have things showing up that we don't like, then transmute them, use the energy of Sao Shaman and send them into the light and send them into that violet fire to be transmuted. So this way you don't have to hold on to everything yourself in your human form, but give it to those higher energies that can assist you and that can help you with it. So I hope that helps you all tonight. And again, of course, as always, because you're here and you're listening to all 3 cards, all 3, of course, will apply to you as well. And one more dominant than the others, and usually the one that you picked, because again, you are empowered yourself to know exactly what is right for you. So, and then let's see what I also wanted to share with you, because this is actually starting to come up now. So tomorrow I'm officially going to put the ads out for my Archangels of the Elements class, and it's going to be taught here at my home in my big classroom that I have on the 23rd and 24th of June. So I hope that you can all come and join me. The seats are limited. And the really cool thing about this class this time around is because this is my first time officially teaching it. I was initiated into the energies of the Archangels long time ago. I don't remember, but it was I want to say at least 10 years ago, maybe. And honestly, that was one of the most empowering things for me. It's not something that somebody else necessarily needs to teach you or give you, but it's the same thing like with Reiki, when someone else can just bring that energy into your space and can teach you just that connection, in a compacted form, it's literally just kind of like, it just opens up the space, and it's pretty amazing. And so from that moment on, after I was attuned to the beautiful energies of the archangels, of the elements, from that moment on, I was just able to work with the energies in such a profound way. It's kind of like a speed dial to them now. And if you go on the page that I'm going to link here and watch the video, if you haven't seen that yet, from Rebecca of one of the archangel healings, I mean, it's just, it's incredible, the power and the beauty that they have. And when we can connect in with those energies, it's not us doing any of it, but it's just their beautiful energies. And it's just so incredible and so amazing, the healings and the beauty that can happen from it. And what's really cool is that this is the only time I'm going to offer this class at this price. It is $330, but I will never offer it at that low cost in person again. It'll probably be around that price when I turn it into an online class. And the cool thing is, when you come live for this class, you're also going to get access to the online class once I have it in online form, lifetime access as well, for free. So that's going to be part of it as well. And again, this is the lowest that I will ever teach this class live. And I'm really excited about it, because to me, I usually need to sit with something for quite a while and practice it until there comes a point where it's such a strong part of me and so ingrained in me where I can prove it. And once I can prove it and I can teach you, that's when I usually start teaching it. And I've been honestly wanting to teach this class for several years, but I just haven't really found the time. And so now I've made this commitment to finally teach it. So I hope you come join me. And I know for some of you, it would be a little bit of a travel, but I hope you can still make it. That would be fantastic. And would love for you to. And again, limited seats available for it. And again, tomorrow it's going to go out where I'm publicly going to put it all over the place. So this is a great opportunity for you. And of course, for you all in Beauty Flourishing, I went ahead and posted in there because you all are getting a discount if you're part of my membership. So let's see. And just remember, anything that you share, so if you go ahead and click share on this and share this here on my page, or if you would also invite someone into Silke's art community, they do have to fill out the questions when they want to join. But as soon as they fill out the questions, then I'll go ahead and welcome them into our community that's growing, and I'm so excited about it. Then, of course, you can win a 30-minute session with me. So thank you, Britt. Oh, I would love for you to come join. That would be wonderful. And Clarksville is actually a pretty nice city. And of course, there's also my bakery in Clarksville too. So you get some good breads and good food and pastries and everything else. And we do have a really beautiful community here. I'm so happy to live here in Clarksville, and and especially out in the country in these beautiful rolling hills. It's just absolutely gorgeous here. So yeah, hope you come join, have some fun. And let's see if I have anything else here on my agenda. Nope, I think that's it. Full moon will be coming up at the end of the month, so we can still talk about that later. New moon is actually coming up. I don't have it written down right now, but I think it's in about another week here. And so come and join me live for that. And again, thank you. So let's see. Mio said, thanks, good and helpful. Great. Yeah. Mio, I think you are absolutely connected to Kuan Yin, by the way. So, and I know that you already know this anyway. You have such a beautiful, gentle, compassionate heart. So I feel if you haven't connected with Kuan Yin up at this point, which would surprise me if you haven't, but this would be definitely the Bodhisvata for you to absolutely tune into. And I'm pretty sure that you know the mantra Om Mani Padme Hum. I'm pretty sure you already do, and I'm sure you're already tuned into her. So I think we covered everything for tonight. So hope this was helpful to you. And again, thank you for always growing and enjoying this and, wanting to learn and wanting to expand and playing with me. So you all have a good night, and I will see you next week. Namaste. Thank you.